Hello dear viewers, today we are going to be talking about two very tricky prepositions pairs. First we'll talk about in, and then we'll talk about into, and then we'll compare on and onto. So first let's talk about in. So we use in when something or someone is already in an enclosed area. Now for example, we are talking about classroom. So classroom is already an enclosed area. For example, we say he is in the classroom. So the person is already in the classroom, which is an enclosed area. So when a person or something is already in enclosed area, so we use in. For example, he is in the kitchen. So his position now is that he is in the kitchen. So he is already present in enclosed area, which is kitchen. And let's talk about into. In into, movement is going on towards an enclosed area. For example, I am standing in the classroom and I see one of my students coming towards the class, coming into the class. So he hasn't entered into an enclosed area, he is coming into the class. So it means that a movement is going on. The person hasn't arrived yet, the person hasn't got yet, and when we see someone is doing a movement towards an enclosed area, so we use into. For example, he went into the class, or he is coming into the class. So normally we say he jumped into the river. Why we use into? Because when we jump, so there is a movement going on. So when the movement is going on, so we use into. So the difference between in and into, that when a person or something, it can be a cat, it can be a non-personal thing as well, it is already an enclosed area, so we use in. And when there is a movement going on towards an enclosed area and the person or that thing hasn't entered that place yet, so we use into. For example, he is coming into the class. And let's talk about on. Now we use on when something, or it can be a person also, touches a surface. For example, we say he is on the first floor. So on the first floor means that the person is already there, right? For example, he is on the second floor, he is on the first floor, he is on top of anything, you can say. So when you use this structure, so on, just like in, when a person is already on elevated area and he's touching the surface. So we use on when something is touching the surface. So when a person is already present on an elevated area, on elevated place, so we use on. Now we say the book is on the table. So table is always an elevated place. It can be a highly elevated place, it can be just a little bit elevated place. So when something is touching the surface, so we use on. But when, again, just like into, when a movement is going on towards an elevated place, so we use onto. For example, I am already present on the first floor and someone is coming towards the first floor, and we know that first floor is an elevated area and the person is coming towards that elevated area. So then we use onto. For example, I am on the roof and when I see someone coming, I look down, and when I see someone coming towards me, so I'll say he's coming on to the first floor, or he's coming on to the second floor. So the main difference is in, already an enclosed area, into when a movement is going on to an enclosed area, and on when a person is already present on elevated area, and onto when something or someone is doing movement and there is a movement going on to an elevated place or elevated area. So that's what we had here today. Thanks a lot. For more videos, please subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.